just to
just to
make
make
you
you
prepare
prepare
about the
about the
upcoming
upcoming
online
online
assessments
assessments
for
for
all of
all of
you
you
who
who
have
have
registered for
registered
the
for the
SIM
SIM
program.
program.
So you
So you
all
all
come up
come up
from
from
the
the
diploma
diploma
background,
background,
and
and
I
I
hope you
hope you
all are
all are
aware
aware
about
about
what this
what the
SIM
SIM
program
program
actually
actually
is.
is.
So this
So this
program is
program is
specifically
specifically
for the
for the
diploma
diploma
candidates, for
candidates,
the
for the
diploma
diploma
graduates
graduates
who
who
have
have
successfully
successfully
cleared their
cleared their
diploma
diploma
in the
in the
year
year
2021,
2021,
2022,
2022,
or
or
2023.
2023.
So
So
to
to
give this
give this
information
information on a
very
very
precise
precise
note,
note,
once you
once you
have done
have
your
done your
registration, the
registrations, the
next
next
step
step
is
is
your
your
online
online
assessment.
assessment.
And this
And this
session
session
is to
is to
prepare
prepare
prepare all of
all of
you
you
about the
about the
tips and
tips and
tricks,
tricks,
what
what
steps you
steps
need
you
to
need to
take, what
take,
is
what
the
is the
procedure
procedure
to
to
appear for
appear
the
for the
online
online
assessment.
assessment.
So
So
before we
before we
move
move
ahead, I
ahead, I
just
just
wanted
wanted
to
to
make you
make you
aware
aware
about
about
the
the
SIM
SIM
program.
program.
All
All
right.
right.
So the
So the
SIM
SIM
program is
program is
basically
basically
School for IT Infrastructure and Management. You all come up from the background of diploma. Just give me a moment. All right. So this program is designed specifically for the diploma holders who all have completed your diploma in computer science, IT, electrical, electronics, and telecommunication. So, by the means of this program, you tend to work with us for 5 days, and then you continue your studies for the BTech profile. And on the above of this, the SIM program is specifically designed where you can work, you can study, and parallelly you can enjoy both the advantages. So the model is designed in such a way that you work for 5 days with us. From Monday to Friday, you are working under different projects with different clients, and you gain industry exposure. You continue your studies. You continue your studies into the BTech program, which is fully sponsored by Wipro. So this BTech is sponsored from BITS Pilani, and you need not pay a single amount, a single penny for this. Wipro will be sponsoring your entire degree. So, what are the benefits that you all get out of this particular program? So, the benefits that you get is a monthly stipend. So, the first year, your stipend is somewhere around 12,500. Second year, your stipend increases and it becomes 15,488. Third year, the stipend becomes 17,553. And by the end of fourth year, your stipend is 19,618. So all these monthly stipends are are including your ESI benefit. So apart from the ESI benefit, and you also get certain other benefits as a group personal accidental cover of 12 lakhs per annum. Then you get a group life insurance of 14 lakhs per annum. And apart from that, you all know that BTech is fully sponsored by Wipro. All right. So post completion of your BTech program, your designation is scholar trainee, and you are enrolled within the period of 48 months with Wipro. So this 48 months, which is equivalent to 4 years. So 4 years you are enrolled into Wipro's SIM program, and for the period of 4 years, you undergo with your BTech classes. Parallelly, you also work with us. If you decide to leave the organization within the duration of these 48 months, you have to pay the amount of 60,000 on a pro rata basis. Okay, so pro rata basis means if you decide to leave the company after first year, you will be paying around 60,000. You decide to leave the organization after second year, the amount gets reduced, and with the duration, as the duration increases, your amount of 60,000 it gets on decreasing. So for 48 months, your designation is SIM Scholar Trainee, and post your BTech completion, you join with us at a band B1 with your CTC starting from somewhere around 3.5 lakhs, and it can increase, it can go up to 5.5 lakhs. but this depends entirely upon your performance. So once you complete your BTech program, your designation becomes project engineer. So these are a couple of benefits that you get once you are the part of Wipro SIM program, where your entire BTech is fully sponsored and you are not paying a single amount. So the company is sponsoring your BTech, the company is giving you opportunity to work with multiple clients under different projects. Because after completing diploma, there are very less jobs available at a good salary. So once you join Wipro, you are associated with the brand name of this organization. You are associated with BITS Pilani. And once BITS Pilani and you are completing BTech from BITS Pilani, so your resume will say it all. This is the basic eligibility criteria. You should have completed either your 10th or your 12th. Okay. 12th also. For a diploma, the basic eligibility is your 10th or 12th. Any one course that you should be doing it. If you are a candidate for diploma, you should have done diploma in computer science, IT, electronics, and all these streams which is mentioned on the screen. Your diploma should not be a distance one or an open learning. But if you have done 10th or 12th, your open school is allowed or a distance education is allowed. So you should have completed your diploma in the year 21, 22, or 23. All these 3 years are eligible to apply for this particular position. You should not have any backlog because you will be giving your assessments in the very coming couple of weeks. So you should have only one backlog if anybody has. More than one backlog is not allowed. So this is something about what this diploma course is all about, what this SIM program is all about. Now, coming to the agenda for this session today, let's move ahead with the tips and tricks of your online assessment. So how do you perform your online assessment? What are the do's and don'ts? So on a very basic note, there are certain tips and tricks. There is something that you need to know. So there are certain systemic requirements that you should be aware of while appearing for your online SIM assessment. So you should have either a desktop or a laptop. The link which will be shared to appear for online assessment is not mobile friendly. So you should have either a desktop or a laptop, or you can access through your computer labs also with Windows 8 or above than Windows 8. Apart from that, you should be using only the latest version of Google Chrome, and you have to disable all sorts of virus. Please disable antivirus. Make sure that your time is set as IST. Apart from that, it is very mandatory to allow access to your webcams and microphones, but make sure you are not using any sort of Bluetooth devices or your earphones, your headphones, or any sort of AirPods or earbuds. That is strictly not allowed. You should be using only your webcam and your microphone. Then comes the Safe Assessment Browser tool, which is the SAB tool. So this is the tool which will be supporting your online assessment, and you will be getting a link on your email before your online assessment is scheduled. So make sure you are checking your mails before your online assessment is scheduled and click on the link to download this SAB tool. Now these are certain postures. How do you have to sit before your assessment is scheduled? Then you can click on that particular link. You have to download the SAB tool. So there will be certain details which you will get. There is a boarding pass. I will show you how the boarding pass looks like. So the boarding pass looks like this particular screenshot. In the boarding pass, you tend to have your SAB tool link. So you will click on this link to download the SAB tool. You will have an access token. These are certain requirements which you will be asked in the coming processes for SAB tool. So moving ahead, how to install? You have to download, depending upon the supporting browser, 7 or 8 or 10. Please download this. and unzip the files once it is downloaded. Unzip, and then you have to save this entire file on your computer. How do you start your exam from laptop or desktop? So all these guides will be shared to you before your online assessment. How to log in, how to start your exam. Click enter your superset ID, your password, and the passkey. Now, where token and your password. All right. So these three details you need to submit while entering certain details for your online assessment. How do you start your exam? Click on accept for webcam and all those activities. Then there are certain instructions and guidelines. Once you click on all these guidelines and necessary instructions, you receive all the green ticks. Once you receive all these green ticks, this means you are good to go for further processes of your online assessment. Then you will be popped up with certain camera requirements. You have to adjust your face as per whatever they are reflecting. So you need to click on picture again and again till your face is correctly detected. So please make sure you have a plain background wherever you are sitting. The wall behind you should be plain with no objects hanging on it. So you should have a very plain and clear background. Then you have to be remain seated during the entire online assessment. Your online assessment is for 80 minutes, 60 plus 20. So keep all your necessary belongings, be it your water bottle or your stationery, whatever it is, you have to be remain seated. You do not have to leave your seat or get up in between your entire examination. Do not close or toggle between the windows unless you complete your assessment and you submit the test. So you have to be very much patient if your windows are stuck or your screen is freezed. You will be given with certain technical support numbers or mail IDs. So you can use those IDs. You can note them down before appearing for your online assessment, and then you can work out the things for you. Apart from that, there are certain examination ethics. So if you are caught seen multiple faces, you will be strictly disqualified. Okay, so please make sure there is only one single face of yours. Nobody else is coming up in between or proctoring, because you will be under strict proctoring. There will be people who will be continuously monitoring your activities during the online assessment, whom you will not be able to see, but you will be watched. Your each and every activity will be taken care of. Okay. Apart from this, moving ahead, there are certain frequently asked questions. How do you work for it, and how you need to give access to your webcam and microphones? So certain we will be sharing you the timeline. How do you have to work? You will be getting this particular guide. You can read and go through it once. Moving ahead. So these are certain errors that you might get. So it is our request before you appear for your online assessment, please make sure you are reading the guides, you are going through this FAQ document very carefully, because all your hidden answers will be there. Even if you face any such issues while logging in or whatever errors you get, you will be able to resolve them if you have gone through this particular FAQ document. So common errors are also listed here. Please make sure you are visiting this document, you are going through it. Now there are general instructions. I already told you you should have either a laptop or a desktop. Your mobiles are not allowed. Please do not use any sort of calculators, the scientific ones. Normal calculators are fine. There is no negative marking for your online assessment. So you can attempt as many questions as you want. Apart from that, you should make sure that you are sitting in a very in a corner where there are nobody who is where there is no one to include in your examination. Okay. So this is the particular systemic requirements. Again, to reiterate, your headphones, earphones, earbuds are strictly prohibited. Please make sure you are using just your webcam and your microphones. If you have a laptop or wherever you are giving, make sure you are connected through a Wi-Fi. Okay, you should not be connected to a mobile hotspot because it might create disturbance in your internet connection. Now, these are certain postures that you need to have a check. Please sit in a quiet room with no or very less background noise of people. Ensure that you have a very good internet connection during your examination. The light should be proper. You should have a wall with a plain background with no objects, no fixtures on the wall to be hanging. And you should start your system. Please make sure that you are not rushing at the last. You can log in 15 minutes before your scheduled time for assessment. And if you face certain technical issues, please refer to the FAQ document. Please refer to the guide. Contact on the technical support team. There will be people to help you out. Okay. Do not be involved in any sort of malpractices. Because if you are found using any misconduct or any malpractice, you will be disqualified. Now, these are certain pictures which you can take and have a look. Do not sit in poor lighting where you are coming up in dark. Not look sideways or do not peep into other people's laptop or do not use your mobile phones to help you out. And see, you can see the fourth picture where the candidate has left his seat. Do not leave your seat during your examination. Make sure you have your belongings with you for the next 80 minutes when your assessment is scheduled. Okay. Now, just to give you the snapshot, I was telling you, you will get each and every instructions in your boarding pass. So this is the snapshot of your boarding pass. Your boarding pass will have all the details, your test timings, your SAB tool, your access token. Then there will be certain systemic guide videos, and there will be certain systemic guide videos which you can use while appearing for your online assessment. You have your superset ID and your password. All these details will be there to give you a snapshot of your boarding pass. So make sure that this boarding pass is handy with all of you. All the details will be mentioned in this boarding pass, including your SAB tool link. So once you click on the SAB tool, you will be further redirected to um, the folders, to the zip files that you have to unzip, and then you can use your. It is self-explanatory, and even if you have certain errors while downloading, you can contact the tech support team. People will be there to guide you on that. Just to show you how the assessment pattern looks like. So it is a 80 minutes long assessment bifurcated into two segments, 60 plus 20. So in the 60 minutes of your online assessment, there are three subsections, which is your English, number one, 20 questions for 20 minutes each. Analytical reasoning is your second subsection, again for 20 questions with 20 minutes. Third section is your quantitative, 20 minutes and 20 questions. All these three subsections comprises for 60 minutes with 60 questions each. This is section A. Section B is your WET, which is written English communication test. In this written communication test, you have to write either an essay, a story writing, a comprehension, anything where your basics would be checked. So maximum of 700 words is something which you will be judged upon. So 700 is the words we will be checking in terms of your English writing. This is specifically for 20 minutes. So in all, four subsections making up for 80 minutes. So 60 minutes for English, analytical and quant, and 20 minutes separately for your writing test. So this is something that we wanted to share how the test pattern will look like, how is your online assessment going to be. So please make sure you are jotting down each and every pointers and you can go ahead with this particular document. Apart from this, now we are open for the Q&A section. If you feel like having any such questions, please post your queries in the chat box. And in the meantime, I will share one survey link in the chat box so that you can proceed with your feedbacks. And this is the survey link. Keep posting your queries in the chat box. I'll just share one link in the chat box. You can refer to this link, and all those who are not able to use this link to you are not able to click on this link and embed your feedback.